And Daisy, this morning, I think you know.
I do.
You know?
Everybody keeps looking at me.
Come on in here. Miss Naomi, you are the Daisy this morning. So, for those of you that don't know about Daisy, although we've been in CCU quite a bit, but I think we maybe have some family on Zoom.
Right now, no one's on.
Okay. Well, we might. So, but for those of you that have not heard the story of Daisy, Daisy was started almost 20 years ago by the family of Patrick Barnes. Patrick was a 33-year-old husband, new father, who unfortunately was in the hospital for about 6 weeks before passing away with complications from ITP. And he and his family lived in the Seattle area, and his family expected the nurses to be competent, expected them to be skilled. What touched their heart, really set everything apart for them, is how their compassion not only to Patrick but to them as well. So after Patrick passed, they felt they needed to do something in honor of him and all of those wonderful nurses, and so they tell the story that over a liquid dinner one night, they came up with the Daisy Award, Disease Attacking the Autoimmune System, to honor the compassion in nursing. And they really thought it would be an award in the Seattle area. It is now in every state across the United States, and an international award. We give one a month. It is your turn, Naomi. And I gotta tell you, I've read a lot of Daisy stories. This is one of the best. And I'm not even sure I'm gonna make it through this one, but because there is Kleenex. Daisy partners with Kleenex, and we may need it. We'll get it out here in a minute. Okay. On the evening of April 16th, we had a patient in CCU who was in the process of dying. I should tell you, one of your coworkers wrote this. Her family had been notified, and her son was on the way. As I walked by the room, I saw the patient's nurse, Naomi Reiff, at the patient's bedside. Naomi invited me in and asked if I'd like to sing with her, as the patient was nearing death and her son had not arrived. We sang, oh man, I'm telling you, Jesus Loves Me. Naomi changing it to Jesus Loves You, as the patient peacefully passed away. I cannot adequately express how moving it was to witness Naomi's compassion in that moment when family wasn't able to get there in time. I often read about the understandable frustration of families unable to be with their hospitalized loved ones, but what a great comfort it would have been for them to know that in their absence, God provides people like Naomi to be a loving presence. It doesn't get much better than that. That is amazing. God bless you. That is amazing. So the great thing about Daisy is it comes with prizes. And so you'll have a banner with your name on it for a month. This is a portfolio signed by myself and the Barnes family. They've also written a book called Shining the Light on All That Is Right. So you'll have that as well. A Daisy pin to wear proudly. A Daisy holder for your badge. And those cinnamon rolls that we brought up. So the cinnamon story is that Patrick, before he passed, when he could still eat and was still conscious, his dad brought in one of those big ooey gooey Cinnabon rolls from the mall. We don't have Cinnabons, but we have the next best thing, Hy-Vee. But Patrick, when he saw that cinnamon roll, said to his dad, "Oh, that smells good. I think I'll take a bite." Proceeded to eat the whole thing, and then said, "Dad, please bring cinnamon rolls for me and the nurses every day." So the Barnes family, the story that they want nurses to understand with cinnamon is that they have gone around the United States now and internationally, been a part of many of these Daisy Awards. And what every nurse says is, I was just doing my job. And what they say is, it is so much more than that. So every time you bake with cinnamon, smell cinnamon, taste cinnamon, they want you to remember that what you do is so much more than a job, and what you do is so meaningful. And it certainly is. Now there's a bouquet of daisies. And then I think the best gift of all, and every time I unwrap these, I can't believe I haven't dropped one yet. Let's see if we make it through today. This is the statue called the Healer's Touch. This is a statue made in partnership with many artists in Zimbabwe. They are honored to make this statue for Daisy and for the nurses, because the healers in their community and their culture are very important. And it also feeds a lot of people in that impoverished nation. So this is your statue.
Aww.
And this is your day. What would you like to say, Naomi?
Oh, wow. I don't know, I think everybody up here says the same thing. Everybody just does their best.
so much more than that. It's a beautiful story. And do we have the other, okay, yes, thank you. Because there were two people singing that day, and because there's also someone who's very special and who lightens up the life of many people every day. Here's your name. You certainly deserve that as well, so thank you very much. So now let's eat cinnamon rolls, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right, thank you, Naomi, for
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you so much. Now it's picture time.